Let the cleansing you experienced be confirmed in the way God established for it to be. Obey the pattern he set for you so that you can experience restoration in all of life. Can you imagine if this leper came to Jesus, he was touched, he was healed, he was cleansed, and then he just went back to living the exact same life he had been living before? Kept the same ratty, torn clothes, stayed isolated outside of town, disconnected from his family and his friends. We would say, what are you doing? You've been set free from all that. You've been given a new life. Don't stay in those destructive habits anymore. He's calling you to more. He's calling you to a fullness of life. As when we put our trust in Jesus and he cleanses us, that switch to death, from death to life is immediate. His forgiveness is yours and you become a new creation. But it's not the end of the story by far, because Jesus wants to change everything in our lives. One of the prophets in the Old Testament, he was speaking to the people of Israel, and he was looking forward to this time in the future when God would establish a new covenant, a new way of entering into relationship with God that was eventually brought about by Jesus. And he said this, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws. When we belong to Jesus, he gives us a new heart that actually wants to know and follow him. And he gives us his spirit that will empower us to walk in that newness of life and actually obey him. Paul speaks about this, our role of cooperating with this work God is doing in us in Ephesians when he says, you were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. When Jesus takes over, it impacts every area of your life.